On this skin color is because after you've been exiled, when the Romans kicked the Jews out of Israel in 70 AD, we've split all over the world. It was the world's first major exile. We're the only people, by the way, who have been able to maintain our identity after living in exile for so long. So the Romans kicked us out in 70 AD, right? Most went south to modern-day Morocco, Tunisia. Some even went very south to Yemen. Those are the Yemenite Jews. Some went up north through Turkey and Russia and eventually spread out to Germany and areas like that. When you live for that long in other climates and temperatures, DNA-wise and genetics-wise, you lose pigmentation. You get lighter skin, stuff of that sort.
Well, let me ask you.
Wait. Sorry, because I just need to respond to that. Yeah. So
if you were to live in Germany,
I heard everything you said. I just want to make a comment.
Yeah.
So when you call him Jacob, yeah, when he and his sons went into Egypt.
Who?
Jacob.
Jacob. Yaakov.
Yeah.
Yaakov.
I'm just going to call him by Arabic term. So when Yaakov alayhi salam, went into Egypt, they was how many? About what, 7? Like there wasn't even in 100, yeah, of them, of that nation.
Well, we weren't a nation yet.
It wasn't even a nation, all right.
The Jews, we originally come from Iraq. What is modern day Iraq? It's where we originally came from. Avram, Ibrahim went to.
We know that.
Yeah, so that's where we come from. So the two most important places for Jews, are modern day Iraq and Eretz Israel, the land of Israel.
Alright, so look, as I was saying, so when you went into Egypt,
for thousands of years we've only prayed to Al-Quds, to Yerushalayim.
So when you went into Egypt, you wasn't even a nation.
Of course, yeah.
But when you was in Egypt,
yeah,
and you left Egypt, you left as a nation.
With Musa, yeah.
Yeah, with Musa, yeah. Now, from what I know, the sons of Jacob, yeah, married Egyptian women.
Yeah.
Okay. So
not all of them,
but some of them, right. So essentially, you became a nation in Africa.
Yeah, you could Sinai. You could argue Sinai Peninsula. Yeah.
Well, no, in Egypt is where in Misr, in Egypt, you become a nation. So
yeah,
in Egypt, in Misr, yeah, you left. So it was an African tribe. The Beni Israel, the children of Israel, were an African tribe. They left Egypt.
Well, no, I don't think it's an African tribe because because ethnically and genetically we were Middle Eastern.
You married into Egyptians.
Yeah, but I don't descend from those sons of Jacob.
That's a good question. You don't descend from them. I descend from them.
Not all Jews. Yeah, exactly. You have to know the 10 tribes of Israel that were killed by the Assyrian people, the same Assyrians who are today being slaughtered by Daesh and other Muslims. Those Assyrians are the same empire that conquered the 10 tribes. Those 10 tribes are not related to me. They're the 10 lost tribes. Those are people claim they're them every day.
So those
but I'm the tribe of Judah, which is why I'm called a Jew, because I come from Judea. What you call the West Bank, what you call Palestine, that's where I come from, Judea. That's why, that's...
I have a question. Sorry, let me just ask a few questions. There's some good questions you had there. But, I mean, I'm not a geneticist myself. You said you've done some genetics.
That's what I majored in. That's in university,
okay,
that's what I studied.
You can enlighten me. I mean, you can teach me about this. Because, obviously, like, now I actually done one of those DNA tests. You know, you put the saliva and you send it to Ancestry and whatever. They said that I'm 5% European Jew. You know, I was 75% Arab in the Arabian Peninsula. And like 20% West African or something like this. Yeah?
Okay.
Anyways, the point I'm making is that what it seems to be the case, just from my case study example, I'm not sure to what extent these are accurate kind of things, but what seems to be obvious is that when populations move, when there's population movement, so you're saying that because when you look at the historical record, now I've done this myself, even if you look at the secular historical record, the extra biblical material, if you like, we talked about, for example, when we talked about the original state, the House of David. That's one of the oldest things we can actually identify historically. Although some secular historians say that didn't exist, right? But no, I'm just saying, right? We believe in it. I'm a Muslim. You're a Jew. We believe in it for biblical.
That's all that matters. Continue.
Yeah. Same thing now, but we do start to get. Obviously, you talked about in 70 AD when the Jews were expelled from by the Romans, etc. And then, and by the way, this is mentioned in the Quran. But anyways, having said that, there was a lot of population movement. As we were saying, you went to Egypt, and then you went to Europe afterwards, obviously, in the contemporary period.
They wouldn't go to Europe, actually, because their enemies is in Europe.
No, the contemporary period. now people who have
Go to Europe.
What do you mean the Jews would go to Europe?
Listen, because firstly, the Romans are coming down and controlling from the Mediterranean, and they've got control over Syria and its places. So when they persecute, and destroy the what's it called?
The Beit HaMikdash, the temple.
Yeah.
But you got one thing
The
wrong.
Romans, when they come down and they conquered, what was it, Pompeii? They conquered.
They didn't
and
conquer
over-
Pompeii.
No,
Pompeii was destroyed by a
when
volcano.
Pompey, his name is Pompeo,
Yeah,
He's
it
the one
was
who
actually
conquered.
Vespasian and
No.
and Titus, and then Adrian. There was no Pompeo was not the emperor who destroyed the Jewish kingdom. Just so you know,
He destroyed the Maccabean Empire.
so that was Greek.
Well,
The Maccabee
70
revolt was Greek.
So are we here on 70 AD or
So
what?
didn't they, was it
70
Nero?
was
it? Nero? Who was it?
It wasn't Nero. It was Vespasian and then his son Titus.
Right,
Okay,
whoever it was,
yeah.
it's besides the point. They were controlling and coming down through Syria, So when they destroyed the temple,
Yeah, Syria.
look, imagine if your enemy's that way,
You're saying why would you go
Wait,
that way?
Are
I
you
know what
going to
you're
run
saying, yeah.
through
No,
your
no,
enemy,
I get-
or are you going to flee
Yeah,
back to
I'm
Africa?
with you, but we're talking
There you
But you have to
go.
understand,
No,
we didn't run that way. We were taken as captives.
Some were.
I'm with
Yeah,
you,
I've seen the
I'm-
Queen Judah
I get-
capture.
If you go to Rome,
Some-
from the Arch of Titus
Yeah.
to this day, you can see the Roman soldiers carrying our ark and our menorah.
No, listen, I accept that some, even they got claims saying Judah capture. But
No, that's something that even a Muslim can't deny and delegitimize because it's written in history. It's on stone.
I am, firstly, I'm just the son of Adam. And secondly, Muslims and that's got nothing to do with it. I'm a convert to Islam. It's
I know.
not relevant.
So,
Now, when I look into my history and my people that come from,
It's a revert to Islam, not a convert.
it doesn't really mean, call it what you want, call it what you want.
Well, because everyone apparently is Muslim.
Yeah, they claim that everyone was Muslim. You're right. Yeah.
No,
But
it just
continue.
means born in a state of submission. It doesn't mean that you spoke. It doesn't mean that you spoke Arabic. It just means that your natural inclination.
Do you know where
is
Arabs
to
come
worship
from?
one
Do you know
God.
where Arabs come from?
One second,
The Arabian
before we-
Peninsula.
Before we get.
Arabs aren't native to Lebanon,
finish what you
Syria,
said.
Iraq.
Look, before we get into that, when I look into
What?
my
It's just going to go into
Look,
too
look,
many.
when I look into my tribe, on my mother's side, the Igbo tribe. in
Igbo, yeah, they claim to be Jewish.
They think, bro, come
I
on,
stand with
It's
I
obvious.
stand with the Christian Igbo. I love the Christian Igbo people.
It's not. Listen, it's not. If it looks
What about
like
the
a duck and
Yoruba?
it cuts like a
What
duck,
the Hausa?
it is what it is.
You don't like them?
Now the point is, in Igbo land, in a place called Abu Ghad, they translate the sanctuary of God. Muslims would say it means the father of God. You know God? Yeah. That's one of the tribes. Yeah, they've got an altar. Yeah, with an onyx stone, and in Paleo Hebrew is written God. So what that indicates is that at the first, what's it called, the invasion, or the first, the Babylonian invasion of the land of Israel, clearly some of the tribes escaped and they moved on. Yeah, so my point is that you can't just say they disappeared. You can't just say they disappeared because we've got.
Yeah, I agree. I agree
evidence
too.
in the Igbo land.
Some assimilated and disappeared.
Yeah.
But maybe some traditions remain. To this day, there are some Christians in Spain who light candles every Friday night and don't eat pork, and they don't know why. And then they take a DNA test and they find out that they're entirely Jewish. They're Yehudi, and they don't even know. They never knew
Can I
that.
ask you a question? Because
Yeah.
I'm guessing what I'm asking here is going back to the DNA test that I took,
Yeah.
right? And this whole Ashkenazi Sephardic division
Yeah.
and all these things. What I was going to ask you was, at what stage, in your opinion,
In my opinion,
forget about the history for now, just in your opinion, right? At what stage can you call someone Jewish? For example, if we do a DNA test and that person's got 20% Jewish blood in them, yeah, or whatever you want to call it, or if they've got 10%, or like myself, 5%, or 30%, or 50%.
At what point are they a Jew, not a
What
Jew?
point are you going to say
It's a great question. So I would answer in a couple different ways. First, I would say that according to Jewish law, halakha, like Sharia but for Judaism, you're a Jew if your mother's a Jew. In Islam,
but-
if your father's a Muslim, you're a Muslim.
Well, that's what.
Yeah. So
Right, sorry,
the difference between Judaism and Christianity and Islam is that Islam, you can be
any religion, any country.
any ethnic group. You can be
Yes,
black,
yes.
Chinese,
Yes.
anything, and be a
Be a
Muslim.
Muslim, yes,
And
yes.
it doesn't take much to become a Muslim, right?
Yes.
Christianity, you can be black, white, Chinese. You can be a Christian.
Yes. Okay.
In Judaism, you
Yeah.
have an ethnic group of people, nationhood, just like
Yeah.
Arab, Persian, Turkish.
Yeah.
Those are ethnicities.
Yeah.
Judaism is an ethnic group.
Yeah.
So say I were to be dating a really pretty blonde white girl, right? My parents would hate that. But say I were to be dating a pretty non-Jewish girl, right?
Why would they hate it?
Because and I want to marry you. It's like, you know, you're supposed to marry with your people, whatever.
Okay.
So say I was dating, you all would not like this, but say I was dating a really pretty Muslim girl, right? And
I would like that. Is it because you're not allowed to marry your woman?
no, but I wouldn't be able to. Anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways, yeah.
So say I was, and she converted to Judaism. If she did it properly, if she converted to Judaism properly, she would be a Jew religiously, but I would not view her as a Jew ethnically.
No, I accept that. No, I'm just
So,
saying. No,
I would tell you,
asking-
if you have 5% Jewish blood,
Yes. I'm not saying
I would say no,
I'm an Arab.
no. In general,
Yeah.
But you're with how much Arab blood? They're like 75%. You said, right?
According to the test.
According to the
What do you think of
test.
that test? You think it's accurate?
There's no way of knowing.
I don't know,
You
but
look
that's-
Arab enough, so it's okay.
Yeah,
But listen, it's not Hebrew. It's not true Hebrew tradition to say that if your mum is a Hebrew, then you're a Hebrew. But if your dad is not a Hebrew,
course
you're
it
not.
is.
No, it's not.
Of course,
no, that's
on
you
Mount
changed
Sinai,
it around.
on Mount Sinai, when the Torah was given to us, you shall not breed. You should not. It was like some archaic language that we wouldn't use today, but it was like breed, like as if animals. But it was like you should not breed with those of other nations, and if a man shall marry a woman of another nation, his kid shall not be considered part of your nation.
Wow. Okay. Now, but going back to
What's
just
the reference for that?
It's
Yeah.
Genesis.
It's in Genesis.
Bereshit.
Well, okay.
I don't know the exact.
No
the
problem.
Haredi.
No.
The Haredi would be.
Okay. So you said you're Kohanim, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. How do they do that? How they do Kohanim?
What do you mean? How did they do it? It's passed to your dad.
It's passed to your father,
Yeah.
not to your mum.
No, your tribe, the specific tribe itself is through your dad. Your belonging to the tribe of Judah overall, which are Jews, is passed to your mom.
Okay. So what you're saying is the tribe is passed through your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But your Jewishness is passed through your mum.
Exactly.
Why is the Jewish not passed through your dad?
It just isn't.
how does that work?
It's very difficult because today a lot of non-religious Jews marry.
That's a contradiction.
It's contradictory.
Well, how's it contradictory?
Okay, isn't the tribe the same as the ethnic?
No, not at all. And I'll tell you
The
why.
ethnic group.
No, because in Judaism, there are
no.
three subdivisions, right? Bnei Yisrael, which are normal any Jew.
Okay.
Kohanim, from Aaron, brother of Musa,
which we
and Levites.
Okay.
Don't do that. That's rude.
Why not?
Because that's rude. When I'm talking
Is
and
it
answering
rude?
your question, it's very rude.
No. I'm trying to
What did
get
it
to
do?
the point. I said, in fact, I'm listening to you. Let's get to the point. Okay, fine. Right? So, through your mother, you have your Jewishness. Through your father, you have the Kohanim and your
Kohanim,
tribe.
yeah.
Okay, right. So,
Which is today just for more religious obligations. Like I
So?
can't go into a graveyard. I can't marry a Jew.
hold on, you're jumping. So, if your father, right, is Moses, and Moses married a non-Hebrew wife, so all the children from all of that line, they're not Jewish.
Well, it depends if it was before or after we received the
No,
Torah.
hold on. Right. So okay, they got married, right? And I don't accept that it says in the Torah at all that if you have children with your with a non-Jewish woman that that's at all. In fact, it's the other way around.
Okay, so I'm about to say something that you would stone me for. That's like saying I don't accept that Muhammad is a prophet in Islam. What you just said is so against my religion.
No. Look, you said it's right. Forget religion. Let's look at the actual Torah itself. I need to know where it actually says that. Where, for instance, that if you have children, right? That if you have children, the children of that union, if the mother is not Hebrew, that the children are not Hebrew. Show that to me right now. I don't want what a rabbi says. I want to actually see.
Yeah,
what
of
it says
course.
that.
Because obviously we consider it to be some type of agenda where they
So
change
let me ask you something.
everything around.
Let me ask you something. It's loading. In Islam, is a child of a Muslim woman and a non-Muslim man a Muslim?
No,
It's not relevant.
Children are born. They're born in the fitra, so they're considered above Muslims.
But when do they become a Muslim?
When they say
When they
Shahada.
start practicing Islam.
Oh,
When they make a choice.
when they start winning. Okay, yeah.
It's not really relevant to this though, because as we know that Islam is
I know why
a
he went
religion,
there. I know why he went there.
and being a descendant of Abraham and Yaqub is a heritage. It's a lineage.
Because look,
it's not a religion.
Abraham-
you could be a descendant. Sorry.
What do you mean it's not a religion?
Listen.
You could be a descendant of
It's to do with
Abraham and be
it's
an atheist.
race.
That's
It's a tribe.
No, that's what I was explaining to him.
Abraham.
No, you got it wrong. The Jews, yeah, of course. Muslims, I was explaining this to him. Muslims, you can be any ethnic group, any race, and you're still a Muslim.
And
same with
same as
Christians.
Jew. Same as Jew.
So-
but not Hebrew. Jew, you can be anything. You can even have converts to be.
Yeah, but you
what,
wouldn't
Jews
really-
can't have converts.
Okay, so here's why it's complicated. Because Jews,
It's not complicated.
It is.
It's not. No, it's not complicated.
It is. Can I explain it, please? Are you ready to listen?
I'm not ready to listen.
Yeah, we're listening. We're
There's
listening.
something you're going to tell me that I already know.
Well, you don't
That's
know.
really wrong.
Clearly, you don't know
Oh,
my,
I
you don't
do
know my
know.
religion. You know what your imams tell you, and you know what you read in certain religions. Certain
He can speak
magazines.
Are we going to behave like this?
He can speak
Are we
fluent
going to behave like
Hebrew,
this?
can you? He can speak
No.
fluent Hebrew, can you?
Are we going to behave like this? Because if we are, let's stop.
Okay, so let me explain to you. Judaism, just like, do you know the Druze people in Lebanon, Syria, and Israel? Those people as well. The Druze, the Jews, Baha'i, and Yazidis are all considered ethno-religious groups, which means, unlike Islam and Christianity, it's your ethnicity and your religion. So in Judaism, you can be a Jew, but still be an atheist, or even convert to Islam or Christianity. Like, wasn't one of Muhammad's wives a Jew or something like that? Wasn't she born a Jew? Yeah, so you can be a Jew ethnically, DNA, nationhood, ethnically you're a Jew.
But that's what-
but religiously
I guess
you can be
this is
anything.
the
And that's
point,
why it's hard. If I were to marry a Chinese woman and she
We got-
converted to Judaism, I would still have a hard time accepting her 100% as a Jew.
Look.
Okay.
We've moved from one topic to another. I'm still waiting for the reference, right? And let's get our terms correct, right? There is Jew, as in someone who ascribes to the rabbinical faith, yes? And there is Hebrew. Hebrew is a bloodline. A bloodline. Would you agree on that?
No.
Yeah? It's not a bloodline.
No, because you're coming at it from a with all due respect kind of black history, an African history where no, it's true. In America we do the
It's
same
true.
thing.
Don't tell me what I believe.
In America,
Don't tell me what I
in
believe.
America we have.
Can you give me the respect not to tell me what I believe?
I'm not telling you.
No, well, you
In
just
Amer-
did. You just did. Let me tell you
In
what
America,
I
we
believe.
have black nationalists who
I don't
say
care
real
about
Jews
them.
are not Jews, the
No,
blacks
I
were
don't
Jews.
care about them.
And they use the word Hebrew.
Right.
And
Right.
in Jewish
Let's-
circles, Hebrew
Yeah,
is...
right. Okay. In Jewish, okay. Right. Let's play that game. In Jewish, European converts, right? That's how you see it. Because why? Right?
Because ethnically they're not
Because-
truly Jewish.
Because actually, the amount of DNA that you have, even Semitic Jewish DNA, right? Is I think it's about 5 to 6%.
Actually,
European-
you want to know what my DNA test was? 67% Semitic. Which means that obviously some of my ancestors had...
Okay, no.
And then a little bit of Arab
I
actually
don't.
as well. Yeah.
I don't dispute that.
Kind of
How much is it? 5%.
It was like 6 actually, but something like that.
I
wasn't
think
expecting
these companies they do that. Sorry, it's pointless.
No. It's pointless.
But let me ask, can I ask him a question? Like, I was just kind of what do you call it? Curious. Because what I was going to ask him was that this is the point. Here's the point. Like, at what point do we say someone is a Jew, right? Because here's the thing. For example, you've got Ethiopian Jews in your country. You consider them as Jews. Would you consider an Ethiopian Jew as a Jew?
Some of them.
Okay.
There are some who tattoo on their face crosses, and even in the Torah it says your body's your temple, you shouldn't make marks on your skin. And the fact that they've completely gone against
That's an
everything.
excuse.
That's
Because like
probably
you just
what
said,
they were
you just
forced
said
to do that when
there
we
are
were
people who are atheist, but as long as they're white Ashkenazi,
No.
they're cool.
It has nothing to do with
They said
race.
they're still
No,
Jewish.
there are
You just said they're still
There are
Jewish.
Yemenite Jews who are darker than you, and I consider them Jewish.
Oh
Great
wow,
rabbis.
they're darker than you. That's what, my friend,
just said it was a race thing.
This
It's not.
No, this is what I just said. This is what I just
This
said.
is confusing.
Right?
I'm fine. I know you guys are finding this like, but for me, I'm just finding it confusing. With all due respect.
Jewish.
There- there- there-
That word
No, hold
Jew,
on.
it never even existed in the time of
Let me just say
Musa.
one thing.
See, that's the overall thing is delegitimization. You have a hard time accepting one, because also Islam as a whole has a hard time accepting this, that the Jewish people are still even here, that we still exist. We still
My friend,
exist.
you're pushing a Zionist. Honestly, you're reading from a
Oh,
Zionist script.
you evil Zionist, you Zionist pig.
Did I say
I could-
Zionist pig?
I could say
Did
I'm
I
not-
say pig? Did I say that?
I know how you feel about Zionists.
Oh, you know,
I can
so
guess
you
how
tell me
feel
what I
about it.
believe, you tell me what I feel. What's the point of having a debate? You know everything is inside me. You know me better than myself. My friend, you're ignorant.
Okay.
And you need.
So I could.
You're ignorant.
You could not convince me
No,
that.
no, I know I can't.
No,
you're
no, no.
ignorant.
No, no, you couldn't.
You're ignorant, and you're profoundly
Show
ignorant.
us where
You couldn't convince me to
Are you
deny.
going to tell me what I'm thinking right now?
No, I'm going to tell you what
Okay,
I'm thinking.
so let's have a discussion where you actually behave like you don't
Okay.
know what's in my head. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So can you calm down a
Yeah,
little bit?
you could never convince.
No. Just the fact that you're going to say it slower doesn't make it more acceptable. Right? Calm down. And let's have a discussion.
You could not convince me.
Wow. Right, I'm done.
Go on.
I'm done.
I can't.